Hey folks, Derek Giddings from the HK Shooting Team, and I'm going to show you how to install the sight tracker and the compensator for your VP9 or your P30. Okay, for the video purposes, I'm going to do the installation on a VP9 with the compensator. And again, whether it's the P30, the VP9, the compensator, or the sight tracker, these are the installation instructions for all of those combinations. The compensator and the sight tracker are designed to be used with the HK threaded barrel, and this is a 13.5 by 1 left-hand twist threaded barrel. So your righty-tighty is the opposite. So now it's right is loose, left is tight. So righty-roomy, not righty-tighty. Inside a package, we're going to open up the sight tracker right here. It will contain the actual sight tracker, some shims of different sizes, 2,000ths, 5,000ths, and 10,000ths, a shim alignment tool, and some rock set. You're also getting, which is really nice, is an alignment tool to be used in the vise. And for installation, you're going to need a vise, which this will go in the vise, and an adjustable wrench. That's it. That's all you need. Okay, let's get started. I've got my VP9 slide disassembled right here. I've got my HK threaded barrel out. And let's go ahead and put our threaded barrel in the slide, and notice, just pay attention to what positive lockup looks like. Okay? All right, now, from there what I want you to do is go ahead and grab your compensator, your sight tracker. Again, we're using the compensator. And let's go ahead and, with it properly indexed with the sight notch up, matching the sight notch there, I want you to go ahead, take the barrel out of battery so you have room to tighten it down, and go ahead and tighten it all the way on and count your revolutions. So here we go. So that's 1, give it a little tug, make sure it's on, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can turn it some extra. So when I get it perfectly indexed, if I just come off that extra at 5 revolutions, let's see if it fits. Yes, see, I get positive lockup right there, and it's properly indexed on that 5th revolution. And I just want to show you about how much gap you have right here. It's not much, and your recoil spring assembly is going to hold all this in place, which you'll see here in a little bit. We'll come back to that. So at 5 revolutions, I know I'm perfectly indexed. And now what I'm going to want to do is use my shims that are included. Go ahead and take it off, because I want to give some space to torque down. Now, you're going to use your shim alignment tool, and what I found, I've already got them out, is using, and again, your results may vary based on tolerances, but I bet this will work for most folks. I've got the 3 of the 10,000th shims that are out already, and what I found was using these 3, I'm going to get the result that I want. So let me show you what to do. So using your shim alignment tool, what I want you to do is go ahead, put that in the barrel, and you can play with your shims, but I've already got these out because I kind of know what works here. So here's 3 of the 10,000th. Go ahead and slide those on your alignment tool. Then you're going to take your compensator or your sight tracker, and you're going to put your alignment tool through the muzzle end of the compensator or sight tool so your shims are properly aligned. And then from there, again, I want you to go ahead and count as you tighten. So 1, give it a pull, yep. 2, 3, 4. Oh, can't quite fully get to 5, and that's what you want. Now, to test, to be sure you've got it where it needs to be for really the right torque, what I want you to kind of see here is that that's about 1/8 of a turn shy of being perfect. And on our little vise tool that we've got in your kit for you, we've got an alignment aid. So let me show you how this works. So with your vise tool, with this notch, as you look at the tool, as I look at the tool, I want that notch, that sight notch, on the left-hand side as I slide it on to my comp or sight tracker. And from there, go ahead and set it down, okay, with this flat up. And what you can check right here is to see if your sight is somewhere aligned with that hole in your vise block. So what you want to see is a relationship like you see right here, where your front sight is somewhere close to alignment with that slit in your vise block. That means you're in the ballpark. Now, if you need to adjust a little bit, you've got the 5/1000ths and the 2/1000th shims in your pack to make small adjustments. But right here, I know I'm where I need to be to go out to the vise and torque things down. So that's what we're going to do next. We're at the vise now, and before we put everything in the vise, I just showed you how it looks to go in the vise, but you need to disassemble it because we've got to put the rock set on the threads. So using your rock set, you're going to apply a little bit of this rock set to the outside threads, the threads nearest the end of the barrel, okay? You don't have to lob it all over the place. You want it on those outside threads, because then as the compensator or sight tracker thread on, the rock set will move back. So with it disassembled here, put the rock set on, and then reassemble everything. You got your sight tool, the shim tool there, and we'll take our compensator, and again, we're just going to go ahead and tighten it back up with the rock set on there, and use our alignment tool, again with the sight alignment tool on the left hand side as I slide it in, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and put it in the vise. So we're going to go ahead and get it set in here, and we're going to get it torqued down pretty good, okay, because we don't want that moving. Okay, with it set in the vise, now I can go ahead and move my slide around a bit, because what I want to do is get access to the flat surfaces of my barrel so that I can get my handy dandy adjustable wrench out. And what I want to do now is come in, and I want to get that wrench engaged as much as I can on that flat surface of the barrel, and go ahead and tighten the wrench down from there, okay? All right, wrench is on the barrel, and this is where you have to play with your slide a little bit to get access. And now what you're going to try to do here is you've got to turn the barrel to torque it down, okay, so that your slide and your compensator or sight tracker are lined up. So let's start turning it, and we want to get this obviously rotated where it's up. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's see where we are right there. Okay, see where we are? We can go ahead and back the wrench off a little bit. And we can see we're a little bit shy, right? So we need a little bit more torque because the barrel won't lock up, and we can see the angles don't match up right there. So we'll go ahead and put the wrench back on, and we're going to turn it a little bit more. And let's just see where we are. Okay, that's really close, okay? I can get some lockup, but if you notice right here, there's a little bit more light on that side than this side, and it's still not perfectly lined up. And this is what you want to be looking for, is your alignment right here with your slide and the compensator. That's your ultimate judge. So we know we're almost there, and we've got a little bit more to go. Little bits don't hurt you here. Okay, let's see where we are here now. Okay. Lockup is good. I'm looking straight down on it, and I can still see a little bit more light on one side than the other. So I'm going to make one more slight adjustment. And again, I'm just doing this nice and slow and taking my time. Okay, I think that did it. Okay, good lockup. Looking down at it, looks really, really good. This looks really good. And now, what we'll do, let's just go ahead right here and pop our recoil assembly in and check the alignment there. How she look? That all looks really, really good. We don't need our alignment tool anymore. We can take that out. And now let's go ahead and pop it out of the vise. We'll take this off. Okay, and for the ultimate test, we're going to go ahead and put your slide back on your VP9 or your P30. Lock it back. And you want to make sure that you don't have any binding. It's good to go ahead and give it a visual inspection from the top and be sure that everything looks as matched up as it should. and that looks really good. And what I'd like to show you here is how this compensator is the best, most reliable package you can have on the market because it's not going to go anywhere. So not only is the comp or site tracker retained here by the slide, okay, but you've also got positive lockup with your recoil assembly into it. So between the shims for the torque, the rock set, the lockup on the slide, the lockup with the recoil assembly, you've got the absolute best possible compensator or site tracker unit you can possibly have for performance or aesthetics.